Don't really want to be doing that Drow in the off lane against a Gyrocopter, Shaman, Earth Spirit tri-lane. They get a hero that is going to look to do a similar thing to the Brood, which is just bully the lane a bit.
But instead he still has the Ward in hand right now to be placed.
As it stands, I feel like LGD have got the exact lanes they've wanted. They, on paper, can win all three lanes. The Brood has a good advantage. The bottom lane, they're going in for an early kill. This Shaman, Gyrocopter have very high kill potential, and this looks like our first blood.
Victoria was a little late to make it in, but it doesn't seem like it's going to matter at all. They get connection with the roll, and indeed that will be the first blood rewarded to LGD. DDC is here now, though, but...
And even just those two being there is not enough. Like, they can still go on and
dead, right?
There they go. Yep, they roll in. They latch her on down. DDC is frantically flying that way like, don't do this, but they did it. Monet goes down. Welcome to the bottom lane.
Was it Avengers? He was also playing mid for them.
Move in for 11 bottom lane. They block him off with a fissure. They have the dust. They pop it. But can they even just chase him? Yeah, that's it. See you later, Spider. It was nice seeing you.
This is the weakness of this Drow Visage. Visage wants to be paired with a... Oh, kill it mid. Wants to be paired with a carry with damage output. Drow has 0 in the early game stages.
Yeah, good roll in from Victoria, and is now rewarded with some boots to play with too. And they're pinging up this top lane, thinking about making it go on the Bristol back. They shackle him down, and rinse and repeat action here. It's Ame moving into the front, pedaling him with that rocket barrage, and Bristle Bog is gone.
Wrinkles to beat this or that, they know each other very well. And then that can sometimes be an issue because then they go to, say, international LAN, and like maybe their meta is actually, the Chinese meta is way behind, but they don't know it because they've been focused on countering each other's.
Oh, Inflame had committed the orb onto Maybe, and that's when Victoria jumps up from the back. But look at this, DDC rolls into action, helps him out, and is able to help him secure not one, but both of the kills in the mid lane.
Well and truly out of the game for at least the next 5-10 minutes, it feels like.
That feels bad, man, when you have to be Iron Talon.
Oh, they might just kill DDC a second time, but he does manage to dodge the roll-in. Now it's going to be Inflame going into action, is able to drop down the coil. They get the kill onto the Shaman here. Victoria could also drop, and it looks like he will. Double kill belonging to Inflame and company.
To look forward to for LFY, like a potential chance to turn this game around down the road if they can kind of hold the gates right now.
Ooh, may see a clash here. They were attempting to move on to Super in the bottom lane, but they run into company nearby, and they're going to get hit with the coil. A call down is also traded. They quickly blast apart Ahmed. They'll follow it up with a Yao takedown, and Super picks up both of them. The initial gank target is able to sweep in and clean up, and now he's at closer to level 7 and feeling a bit more fresh.
For better or worse, we'll have to wait and see.
He'll plague his way through the jungle, though, as he farms through the bottom lane.
Here.
Yeah, they have a sentry right on top of his head. So, okay, they got him. Coil set down, and they will let Inflame pick it up there. I'm not sure if they were hoping for Super to get the last hit on that one, but...
End up going Orchid this game, or the Crest, rather, that we see quite often on the Broodmother.
Has spotted Super farming nearby, has a Sonic Wave and everything. Can he just effectively blast this pig down? There, yep, okay. Yes, he can. And he'll take the creep.
Nicely done.
Here they look to go for the deny, but can't quite get it.
Won't get any familiars either as DDC. Oh, being charged by the Brood.
Oh, but they just turn around and dust them and finish off a Sonic Wave rolling from Victoria. And they just strike right back. And look at this, they drop the wards and they'll turn into an objective +1.
I think so, because I don't think they have really a window to end the game now, or to say end it like very quickly in the next 10-15 minutes, so I think it's the right choice there as we see. Yao is going to bite a top, and then the Gyro, like the space that they are getting from this is a positive for them, obviously, so it's going to allow the Gyro to farm up relatively comfortably in the jungle without too much fear of retribution. Pick up kills sometimes as well. So I mean, going for that Mask of Madness that he seems to favor on just about every safe lane hero that he plays. And so Super's going to go down again. Again, not too much pressure on Ahmed. They're okay with letting him like get free reign over the map and get farmed as well. And then it becomes a situation where you're more about what the Drow does on her own merits, which is not as much, not as strong, not as reliable as we've seen from most other safe lane carries.
Possible bait turnaround here on the top lane. Inflame thinking he's going to get another swift jump onto Yao. It was Victoria waiting behind.
That was a sick bait, anticipating that move. Very nicely done.
Mate. Here's LFY doing a little bit of a Ocean's 11 as they try to rob the Roche from LGD, but LGD are pinging it. Can they get there? Uh-oh. LFY, the body language is saying, we're a bit nervous about finishing this. They are going to be able to catch out the Brood, though. They move in, hit him with the dust. Now the dunk on the other side of the hill is going to be just a defensive play from the Earthshaker. He does have to buy back to return to the fight here. Moving into action is going to be Victoria, hit with a Soul Assumption. Ward's committed now from Yao, able to lock down. The Roche is finished. Ame is going to be able to snag up the Aegis and take it back and away. Both him and Maybe back off a bit, while on the other side we are going to be seeing Yao ripped apart from DDC. The Drow using the high ground, has a bit of leverage here, but look at this. 11 is able to move and chomp on forward with the help of Maybe in that Orchid. They finish off in Flame, and we're not done yet. It's Super, the weak pig, and the cow, Afu. Both to be finished off next, it would look like here. But Ame is taking a lot of damage here as Monet does a bit of orb walking, running down and out, but a full flat cannon is able to unload onto the Drow Ranger. That's going to cost the Aegis. They want Monet, though.
1 stone left. Victoria, can he land the kick?
Hey, no.
Still
But the rocket's coming.
Nope.
I think they'll finally let her go.
Needed that kick to land. Losing just Maybe's Queen of Pain as far as big kills went. I think Yao also died on the Shaman, but...
They found me, guys.
Okay.
Space created, though. Finally deal with their spider problem, and LGD will still walk away.
They have pretty good tower push already, just based on their hero's abilities to spread out.
I mean, it wasn't more he needs to go do guerrilla tactics. It's just like, hey team, I got wards up, let's go take a tier 2, or let's go, you know, get on the objective forward here. But here they go, move in. Yao's hit pretty hard, but he got a good set of wards down, while Ame is able to isolate the Earthshaker and just take Afu out of the game. Now moving in, it's going to be Maybe unleashing the Sonic Wave. They've already dropped 3 of LFY, and it looks like the Bristle is going to be next. They cut him off from the front. Monet, though, on the low ground, tries desperately to help out with the Gust, but that is all she can do. It is a 4-man drop. They only lose Yao. A tier 2 is also going to be taken, and LGD...
that means once the Earthshaker's in, once the Drow perhaps as well, instead of just trying to chase at them. So that's something that they could handle, I think, a little bit better at this point. The last fight was disastrous.
A little greedy there. 11 wanted to get that sentry down, but everybody's
the gem, right? He just lost it. Okay, so he passed the gem to...
No, that's DDC's gem.
Huh, what happened? Brute had a gem earlier. Maybe he took DDC's gem and was carrying it around and returned it. I'm not entirely sure on that.
Huh. Oh, look at this. Above. Buyback going to be forced out now, as it looks like Yao gets quickly picked. Do LFY just straight up leave, or do they even have the option? It's Ame rolling in from behind, and so is going to be Maybe. Call down Sonic Wave, but the Shrine has been tagged. Earthshaker can't quite hold on. Maybe's looking to chase out DDC, but this fight is totally split apart because Ame and 11 are running on forward. Ame's going to get taken apart, but Monet now is getting bit apart from the spider. And he is going to be dropped. Turning around now, looking to get a hold of Inflame, but Super is there, and the quills begin to stack. 11 is gooed up and can't seem to get away, so it looks like he'll be brought down with just one more quill pop. Oh, maybe one more after that. Should be the end of it here. LGD couldn't quite clean their plate on this fight. Wants to clear the mid lane, but yeah, the rest of them are still waiting behind, so they need to make the decision to either clear this and get over, or yeah, I guess roll out and farm. Let's see if it's going to be in LGD's best interest to defend it. It looks like they've already smoked up. They cleared the perimeter for it. And if they sweep in from behind, they could catch some support stragglers here. It looks like a good job, a move-in call down. Quickly, Monet forces out the other direction, and they pursue her. She tries to turn around with the Gust, but they are able to get a hold of her and quickly take her out. Now as they move in through the middle, it's going to be Super eating a full rocket barrage from Ame, and they'll be waiting for the second round. DDC tries to make it out far up north, but he is going to get caught out from one end. But look at this, Super is going to be able to get the rundown of Yao, getting just 1 kill for LFY, but this was a beautiful setup from LGD, coming in from behind and just ambushing him there. And they're not done yet. They're still pursuing onto Super. They slow him down with the poison. There's the grip, the slow. They hit him with the Orchid. Pops the blade mail. My God, this pig is so freaking fat! They hit him with a Sonic Wave, and he'll finally get dropped.
Afu even dies trying to bail his buddy out there, and it's only Bristle with a buyback at this point. To the high ground, go LGD.
A tier 3 is going to be dropped, and they're going to just keep moving forward. It looks like this is going to be a set of racks for LGD.
Potentially. Looks like they may play it safe. They get this kill, oh boy.
Yes, they do. That is a buyback death on the Bristleback. A BB for the BB. And possibly even go for the finish here in game number 1 of this best of 5 grand final. It's going to be Bristleback still out for 30 seconds. And now it's do or die for LFY. Monet, gotta be careful here. Afu will dish out the fissure to keep LGD at bay a bit. But this is going to be a fight potentially happening outside the base. There's Inflame getting the silence up on the Ame. He's going to pop the BKB, and he's just running at Monet here, trying to get anything they can from him. Well, on the other side, Ward's going to be committed here, and they'll be able to get the finish onto Afu. So that's no dunk for 40 seconds.
Gung-ho as he'd perhaps like to in these fights.
Here comes the cross-country run down south here from LGD, looking to go for the Megas, looking to go for the win. 11, whoa, right to the high ground. Turns around for the BKB and looks to just run down the little lady. A Shrine will be tagged. She gets some help with the Force Staff, but he just latches right onto her and continues to bite her all the way back into her base. But she is going to be able to make it back. But those shackles connect. The game is over, and this one belongs to LGD. Pretty much since the draft, they really take it home.
It was more difficult than it needed to be. At least my impression is that they heavily outdrafted them. They because this Void is flexible, he can carry, he can offlane. It meant they can now respond to this pick before deciding what to get. They're going to go with the Enigma, put the Void in the carry lane, get an Enigma who can deny a lot of Monet's farm.
Played him since the change, so I wouldn't know if someone who's used to the more difficult method would suddenly be thrown off if it was a lot easier.
We're seeing a lot more consistency with bottom lane of block with the ice shards. This time it lands in. They'll get a first blood.
Yes, they will. Good grab. Yao actually picks that one up, and that's got to be concerning for LFY in their aggro lane that was hoping to shut down the Faceless Void. But look at this, an early pre-nighttime, like 5 seconds to nighttime kind of a gank coming out from Afu. But the Soul Siphon is there. They need a little bit more damage. They will get it. And now nighttime hits the land. And there'll be a DD-do. These cores are getting some decent farm here too. Seeing 34 and 15 now on our Death Prophet here. And look where the Quap is falling down to. Now a tussle over the rune nearby. And they begin to swing it out here. Siphon already onto Afu, but he wants to dance. Oh, snowball dodge of the Sonic Wave. But he's still in a lot of trouble. They will be able to burst her down. Afu tries to run out and will be able to step away. Yao trying to swing into action, almost going to lose his life, will end up being dropped, and this just all falls into wonderful place for LFY as they take 3.
ET can obviously be a little bit more active early on. He can just come in and punch people and use his spirit to contribute, whereas the Enigma, for the most part, is not going to want to rotate early. He's going to want to get up his itemization and be able to get to those black holes.
Hard move on the baby in the mid lane. Set up with the Oracle, but look at this time. It's LGD who have reinforcements. They will turn it around and take down Afu, but now jumping in is going to be Super. They needed just a bit more to get out maybe, but they couldn't do it. He turns around with the Crypt Swarm, can't quite get Super, and it's going to be Super who now baits in maybe to get into his death. Fighting in forward now is going to be Inflame. He needs one more punch and he will get it. On the other side, Yao will also get dropped. It's another wonderful trade for LFY.
Pick another team shower. Oh, the other one's on cooldown. Oh yeah. Burst X's uses maybe soon as this smoke top will run into DDC or possibly Monet. That's the bigger kill. He does not have ulti.
Neither does DDC to bail him out. Monet just gets slowly sucked up. Fate's Edict actually helps out with the magic a bit, but yeah, they end up spotting out where the Oracle is. They'll roll over and they'll just take them both out of this top lane. An easier path for LGD to kind of contest LFY's jungle and thus contest the farm of what Lycan could be up to. Yep. Here is Afu in the mid lane. Both these supports are trying to get level 6 going, and it looks like they're able to commit in with the Chrono. That cold feet will guarantee the double set of lockdown, but a false promise does come in from DDC. Will help bail him out. Can they get enough damage onto him to guarantee the finish? Sonic Wave from behind. Super gets a beautiful setup, but now the Black Hole going to be committed onto the Wolf, and the Wolf just simply runs out of that space. Now a nice stomp setup from Inflame. They're going to run into action now. Ice Blast comes through the team, hits him where it hurts. The Crypt Swarm flies through them, and they could begin to crumble. Good turnaround play once again from LGD, but everyone badly beaten and bloody.
Ooh, Monet barely surviving on that Lycan with the Ice Blast on him.
So it's an interesting choice there, but at the same time, with the Night Stalker synergy, this is the second Night, of course, with the Howl. He's going to miss out on a little bit of bonus damage.
Oh, just as Monet was trying to shape-shift into action, it's Ame who steps in with a double damage into Chronosphere to be able to take him down. Snowballing on forward, they will be able to get the finish. And now LGD are on the hunt here, looking for Afu, who is just flying his way through the trees. Will suddenly pop out and be able to make it away, but this is a slow takedown. Yeah, the daytime rolls out. The tier 1 goes down. Oh, Glyph. LFY, are they going to be committing in for a defense? Super's creeping in, but he has no Sonic Wave on this one, and that's when Ame makes the move. Gets a nice Chrono, follow up Ice Blast, Soul Siphon, and they guarantee the finish of the Oracle, so he can't even bail out anyone else. They'll also pick up Inflame, and LGD take this party right down mid lane.
Great position from Ame to find a time walk into Chronosphere, and then I think on the other side, LFY Oracle, poor positioning.
Oh, and they're going to get Super also. They set it up with a Yules, and then they have a black hole wait for them.
And the beauty of this is that there's no real pressure on LGD. Like,
if he was to just, BT to the Queen of Pain in that case, it would just be no healing, but no damage either. Yeah. Oh, LGD. Mugina moves inside the pit with the Exorcism to try to finish off the roast, but that is when LFY run inside. Sonic Wave to blast the front door. Ame's going to be able to get the finish and to claim up the Aegis here. Afu looking to run in, going for the finish onto 11, is able to get it. Looks like it will cost him his life. He gets hit with a cold feet, and he's frozen solid here. Exorcism is still out though, putting in some work. Good trap with the shards, and Inflame just charges through the Valley of Shadow of Death down into the grave. 1-for-2 trade, but the Roshan Aegis belong to LGD. It's that tier 1 and gets the tier 2 in the mid lane.
Overall, a success for LFY.
Oh, but as LFY move down the lane, they turn around with a rod and a black hole to get the finish onto Super, while Ame again zones out DDC from helping anyone out. So they get 2, and they get a 2-man Chrono as a follow-up. Here comes an Ice Blast. Will find connection onto the Night Stalker as they finish off Inflame, or will they? Oh! Nice Void. Stops him in his place. Now it's going to be Inflame trying to help out his buddy, but he gets caught with the Yules, and now maybe he's like, I'll just take care of my boss, no problem.
Like the tier 3, which is a pretty big achievement for him, but the losses kind of hard to justify for LFY. They're still in a position where
everyone fight in the Earth Splitter, and I'll lay down 2 of them. It'll be a long enough fight.
No.
We'll have 8 seconds.
Yeah, that's definitely a window where you can fight around. I mean, that's kind of the plan, is like fight around that Earth Splitter area.
Oh, they found DDC, and they're happy to commit the Chrono for it. Not even just the Chrono. A BM Ice Blast will also be there. No, I'm just kidding. To the high ground as they will try to shred through the tier 3 with this Exorcism. Lots of many spooky ghosts here are taking it on down, and there's going to be the buyback.
Oh, nice time dilation. Gets the Echo Stomp.
Step back, and look at this, super creepy in from behind. Gets some good work onto Victoria, but he is able to get the snowball off. Puts the chase onto Afu, who is trying to tickle them from behind. Well, now they make the jump on for Maybe, but Maybe is just standing strong, sucking away their life. They will finish off 1 Rax here. Still can't even get the takedown of Victoria. Finally, they will grab it. Super will be there to clean it up. Afu still, look at this, being a nuisance.
The rat
creeping his way through the tree.
He's running
around and.
Oh, we got the creep wave in top and then went for the backdoor mid on the melee barracks. Almost got it.
They're getting a hold of Maybe possibly. Uses the Yules to lock him in his place, even if it's going to cast on himself, but then he casts his own Yules, and now they're jumping from Ame, and the snowball. There goes the Earth Splitter, but then the follow-up black hole is going to be there, and it catches onto 4. DDC can only do so much to try to bail his team out of that one. Maybe still holding on strong. The false promise is there, but it's not going to be good enough. They take out 4. Woo! Holding on to the ultis for that one.
Because like you have like the split pusher, and it's like he's saying like don't fight them, delay them, and then once they peel off from their own push mid to go back and deal with the split push, then he tells the team to go in basically and try to stop. So
is still LFY at such a disadvantage in terms of team fight and just lineup composition that they're unable to take a Rax while defending.
And the difference there would have been the second super long range because they were trying to cancel.
Oh, are they going to Chrono for this?
Right.
Yes, they will. Ice Blast will also be there. See you later, Monet. out for 50, no buyback.
The rat is down.
Popping out the Exorcism, now applying the pressure onto LFY before they can even make it across the map. This tier 3 is not set for this world, and now the Raxes are exposed. Chrono is about to be up, and you know that black hole is also going to be waiting on those back lines. And look who's coming in from behind, and they'll find where that black hole is. 11 is just tired of that pesky Afu and Super on the back and just deals with them.
Lycan's going for the back door, but I don't see this working too well.
2 buybacks are going to be there as they make their jump onto DDC. They will be able to finish him off, and like you talked about, tier 3 down onto the top lane. He makes his move in for the Rax, but still casualties falling. But look at this. Earth Splitter down the middle onto 11. Ame turning around looking to go for the Chrono, but does he have the damage to do anything with this? He doesn't. He just gets stomped up and his first life gets taken away. While they did manage to TP back to their base, they will be able to get the grab onto Monet and take him out.
They're going to be chased for quite a while with the BKB. He may be fine here. He can always juke with a time walk now. Maybe he was going for an ATOS, but just didn't get vision. Needed to get one of the 2 off. And Void at mid has a Chrono. He's calling for an Ice Blast, I imagine.
Wada! Gets it.
No Oracle inside. Oh, Oracle's nearby? Okay.
How many shots? How much damage? Can he hit a shrine? That's double the heal from that shrine. And he does the Yules. That's going to be all good there. DDC will pay the price for it, though. Super will live on, though, at his cost. And the rest of LGD are going to make their move up to the top lane. But now moving in is going to be Monet. Chomps at 11 a bit. 11 goes down the hole. Catches nothing. Zones out the creeps, though. But now the move has been made, and it's Ame wrecking face here.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe is going to get blasted while they lose Monet, but rushing in is going to be Ame. Now Ame, though, with the stomp. 1 more second on refresher. Does Inflame want to use it here? He should use it if he wants to get back on cooldown right away. Ice Blast, though, flies down the mid lane.
I think he feels like they're defended now. They're not going to need to defend top lane with the Death Prophet dead.
Oh, uses it.
Okay.
They got the rod onto 11. They're looking to go for the stomp. They're looking to go for the finish, but they've already made the jump onto Super. They hit him with the Walrus Punch, and they will be able to get 11 down. Yao also going to get dropped. They will be able to get the finish onto Super, and Ame says, I want to keep swinging here, but he gets blasted down.
He had plus 425 there from the spirits.
Oh, baby. Plus 50 attack speed to go with it.
Boom! Punch him one more time. Nah, it's going to be DC getting it with the Purifying Flames. Holy moly. Everyone gets dropped from LGD. LFY scrapped together one hell of a defense. It looks like that call may have already been made. Afu could try cheese antic here.
He's going to walk into a sentry. 0 chance.
Let's see. Oh, hi there! Yeah, you can't have that.
That's one of those, like, cross your fingers and just pray to the Gaben that there is no sentry. He probably figures there's a sub 1% chance of that working, but he's like, why not? Let's go.
Alright, Lycan shows himself pushing out in this bottom lane as LGD make their approach. And now is going to be the call of the Exorcism. Here comes our Lycan friend. Ame's there with a Chrono, but maybe looking to hold on to it until his second life. He is able to get the time walk off away from the damage, drops down that Chrono. They look to line up the shot. He managed to lock down in 2. Monet trying to fight through it here, gets the false promise early, but a black hole's there waiting for him as they look to tap the shrine. So they'll move in and try to clean him on out. They're only able to bring down DDC. Monet able to live on, but then pops there at the end from the benefit of that Ice Blast. So at this point, LGD will pull back and look to go for the Rax. Here comes Afu, but really can't offer any sort of defense. He just gets frozen on up. But on the other side, they will finally be able to bring down Ame in that first life of the Aegis. And they do it again. As he comes back, they have an Earth Splitter waiting for him, but he's got a BKB, and him and Maybe begin to go to work with 11 by side. Forcing them all back indoors, and it looks like that is going to force LFY to throw in the towel. It's going to be a 2-0 start of this grand final going LGD.
Very strong drafting. I really like how they protected themselves from the Death Prophet while then
make it in, but it doesn't seem like it's going to matter at all. They get connection with the roll, and indeed that will be the first blood rewarded to LGD. DDC is here now, though, but
and even just those two being there is not enough. Like they can still go on.
Dead, right? There they go. Yep, they roll in. They latch her on down. DDC is frantically flying that way, like, don't do this. But They did it. Monet goes down. Welcome to the bottom lane.
Was it Avengers? He was also playing mid for them.
Move in for 11 bottom lane. They block him off with a fissure. They
Well and truly out of the game for at least the next 5-10 minutes, it feels like.
That feels bad, man, when you have to be Alan Iron Talon.
Oh, they might just kill DDC a second time, but he does manage to dodge the roll-in. Now it's going to be Inflame going into action, is able to drop down the coil. They get the kill onto the Shaman here. Victoria could also drop, and it looks like he will. Double kill belonging to Inflame and company.
To look forward to for LFY, like a potential chance to turn this game around down the road.
Don't really want to be doing that Drow in the off lane against a Gyrocopter, Shaman, Earth Spirit tri lane. They get a hero that is going to look to do a similar thing to the Brood, which is just bully the lane a bit.
But instead, he still has the ward in hand right now to be placed.
As it stands, I feel like LGD have got the exact lanes they've wanted. They, on paper, can win all 3 lanes. The Brood has a good advantage. The bottom lane, they're going in for an early kill. This Shaman, Gyrocopter have very high kill potential, and this looks like our first blood.
Victoria was a little late to have the dust. They pop it, but can they even just
They've got no
chase
damage.
him?
Yeah.
That's it. See you later, Spider. It was nice seeing you.
This is the weakness of this Drow Visage. Visage wants to be paired with a... Oh, kill it mid. Wants to be paired with a carry with damage output. Drow has 0 in the early game stages.
Yeah, good roll in from Victoria, and is now rewarded with some boots to play with too. And they're pinging out this top lane, thinking about making it go on the Bristol back. They shackle him down, and rinse and repeat action here. It's Ame moving into the front, pedaling him with that rocket barrage, and Bristle Bog is gone.
Wrinkles to beat this or that. They know each other very well, and then that can sometimes be an issue because then they go to say international LAN, and like maybe their meta is actually the Chinese meta is way behind, but they don't know it because they've been focused on countering each other's.
Whoa! And Flame had committed the orb onto Maybe, and that's when Victoria jumps out from the back. But look at this: DDC rolls into action, helps him out, and is able to help him secure not one but both of the kills in the mid lane.